a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. Right off the bat, a chunk play into enemy territory.
And I don't care how you plan for it. I don't care what you see on tape where you think you can get that type of a play. That's still a great rush and a little bit of a surprise to break off a run like that this early in the game.
42 yards on the ground for him so far. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Powell. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Tackle there by Jerry Tillery.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Jackson now. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jerry Tillery running in there and setting him down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
The score, Ravens 7, Vikings nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
To throw on second down, Pearson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
To throw again on second down, Jackson. Looking sideline, incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Pearson. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. An impressive 75-yard punt return. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those, and now it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion. And I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Off the play fake. Pearson. And this is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's caught, Smith. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to work this down about the 32-yard line. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Pearson. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, they entered play on the 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16-0. That's the score after one on EA Sports. Jackson on first down. He finds Bateman over the middle. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down.
Second and 6 at the 47-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
On third down, Jackson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Vikings ball, first and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They run it again with Cook. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Pearson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And a quick shot. No, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And now off to the races down the right side. The 30. 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 3rd down, Pearson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. He keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some room to maneuver. Oh, what a move. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's in for the touchdown. Final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Third down as a defender, all you're thinking about is getting off the field. How do you stop this last play? But if you don't wrap up when you tackle and you play it back like this, all of a sudden he's taking it to the house, and now you're looking at each other wondering, what did we do wrong on that play?
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Cook again. And a little spin cycle, room to run now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 143 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Pearson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Options galore here They're second and a few inches. Open man is Davidson, the tight end.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
The scoreboard tells a story for them a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Ready? 18 Rattler. 60 Bobcat.
On fourth down, Pearson. Got an open man finding Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And that almost makes it a brand new ballgame. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Powell. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And Jackson throwing once more. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, When you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. With his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
He's going to get this one down to Cook. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
To throw on 3rd down, Pearson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw. Pearson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Pearson. He's going to air one out. Oh, had had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a handoff as they run left side. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Wise. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
On the jump.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things. with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Up the middle, it's Cook.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now Thomas. Oh, he bowls over it.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
They'll start on the ground. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
He has been a workhorse for them. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Andrew Booth making the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
I'm in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held.